Did you know that people are 40% more likely to say yes because they feel they owe you something? Many people find themselves saying yes even when they don't want to. You ever wondered why this happens? Discover the secrets of persuasion that can change your life. Get ready to transform your understanding of how to influence others. Stay tuned. Today, I'll walk you through the 6 principles from the book Influence by RobertCialdini that can help you become a better persuader and protect yourselves from being manipulated. The 6 principles that I'll cover are as follows: reciprocation, commitment and consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. With over 7 million copies sold and translated into 44 languages, this masterpiece on persuasion is a must read. I am Kishore and I picked up this book because of its profound insights on human behavior and its practical applications in everyday life. The author Robert Cialdini, renowned for his expertise in this field, has been a consultant for political organizations and presidential campaigns, including Obama's in 2008. The author has conducted investigative research, having gone undercover for 3 years to understand the persuasion skills used in the real world by sales organizations, advertisers, and fundraisers. This book has genuinely changed how I am approaching my choices in life. Stay tuned for practical examples and actionable insights in this video. I also have a bonus tip for you. First up, let's talk about the power of giving and receiving, which is reciprocation, which is principle number 1. The rule of reciprocation states that we have to repay in kind what other person has provided us. It's a powerful principle that often leads us to say yes even when we want to say no. This sense of obligation is deeply ingrained in our social fabric. By offering something first, you can create a sense of indebtedness in others. The author illustrates the concept of reciprocity by giving an example of how Hare Krishna Society raised donations or increased donations by giving small gifts like flowers to passerby. Let's look at a few real-life examples. In Bollywood, Shahrukh often reciprocates the support of his colleagues like Karan Johar by acting more often in their movies. Shahrukh frequently collaborates with actors and directors who have supported him in the past. Now let me get into a small example from my life. About an year ago, I met someone from a hotel who came into our office to discuss about the annual day event. A month later, though we didn't sign up for the event, he sends me a message inviting me for dinner. I was puzzled, asking him as to whether that message was intended to me. He said yes. Then when I asked him as to why he invited me for dinner, he messaged me saying that when he had come over for the meeting, right after lunch, I had given him a Fabelle bar chocolate. He still remembered that. That's when I understood the subtle power of reciprocity in play. Now do you understand why sampling of a free food product at a supermarket can make you buy the actual product? Let's look at a practical application. In college life or work life, if classmate or colleague helps their peer, it's more likely that they will help you back in the future. Having understood a bit about reciprocation, let's move to commitment and consistency. Now coming to commitment and consistency, this principle revolves around our desire to remain consistent with what we have already committed. Once we make a choice, we face pressures to behave consistently with that commitment. The author cites an experiment where people who made a small initial commitment, like signing a petition, were more likely to accept larger requests later. Let's look at real life examples. People who start by volunteering for short term typically end up doing long term volunteering projects because of their initial commitment. Let's look at environmental pledges. People participating or signing up in small activities like recycling or using reusable bags are more likely to adapt broader sustainable practices or habits because of their initial commitment. Stay with me, as in a few minutes from now, I'll be walking you through actionable insights. Having explored commitment and consistency, ever wondered why you follow the crowd? Now let's look into social proof. Social proof refers to our tendency to look to others for correct behavior. If everyone else is doing it, we assume it's the right thing to do. This principle is particularly influential in uncertain situations. Let's look at some practical examples. Restaurants and retailers use bestseller labels to guide choices. Same is the case with reviews and ratings that influences your purchasing decisions. Priyankachopra's success in Hollywood, massive social media following, and her status as one of the leading actresses creates a substantial social proof for other Bollywood actors, Indian actors to look for international opportunities. To explain the concept of social proof, the author shares example of how laugh tracks used in TV shows can actually make the audience laugh more even if the particular scene isn't funny. We see the concept of social proof in real life when we see college students taking the popular electives because their student friends are taking them. Same is the case in work life where employees emulate the experienced colleagues. Now from here, let's segue into the importance of liking. According to this concept, we are more likely to say yes when we get requests from people we know and like. This principle highlights the power of personal connections. Factors such as physical attractiveness, compliments, similarity, and cooperation increases our liking for others. When we like someone, we trust them more and we are more likely to be influenced by them. Stay with me for a few more minutes as I'm going to share a bonus tip on top of the actionable insights. So while explaining the concept of liking, the author shares how car salesmen give a compliment to their customers, build rapport, and then increase sales. In the case of Hollywood, Jennifer Lawrence's down-to-earth personality boosts her image and influence. So if you look at everyday scenario, in college you're more likely to form study groups with people you like. In office, you're more likely to accept a dinner invitation if it's a colleague you like. Moving on, authority plays a crucial role in persuasion. Let's see how. We tend to follow authority figures who demonstrate knowledge, confidence, and credibility. Titles, uniforms, and expertise signal authority. This principle stems from our reliance on experts for guidance and decision making. So by projecting authority, individuals can significantly influence others. To illustrate the concept of authority, author shares the example of how doctor recommendations are followed without question. When pondering over this, I thought we follow Google Maps blindly without applying our mind. It's because we believe that Google knows better. Similarly, students take the advice of teachers and professors as their authority figures. Finally, let's look at the power of scarcity. The scarcity principle states that opportunities appear more valuable when they are limited. Fear of missing out drives us to act more quickly. This principle taps into our primal instincts, making us perceive that scarce items are more desirable. Limited availability creates a sense of urgency that can prompt immediate action. The author illustrates how simple time-limited offer drastically increases sales. Ever notice how a sense of scarcity makes you act faster? Imagine this. You're trying to book online for rooms and you see only 2 rooms left. You're trying to book flight tickets and you see only 3 flight tickets left. This is the power of scarcity in action, a psychological trigger that forces you to act immediately and make a decision. Now you know why limited edition products create a sense of exclusivity and demand. Flash sales and limited time offer create a sense of urgency and makes the customers buy. This is why you might end up rushing to enroll yourselves in a popular course before it fills up. Actionable insights. Reciprocation. Help your classmates with assignments and colleagues with projects. They will more likely help you in return. Commitment and consistency. Students can set public goals for their studies to stay motivated and consistent. Similarly, colleagues can make OKR or KRA commitments in a public forum within office to follow through and achieve them. Social proof. Students can observe and adopt successful practices from their friends and similarly colleagues from their co-workers. Liking. Students can build strong relationships with their teachers and peers, while colleagues can with their peers to create a cohesive environment. Authority. Respect and seek guidance from experienced mentors, educators, and senior colleagues. Scarcity. Work on special projects, take up additional responsibilities that exhibit the unique value of your contributions and skills. Here is the bonus tip that I promised. Watch out for the following circumstances in your lives. 1. When you receive urgent or high pressure messages claiming limited availability. Number 2. When individuals or companies make authoritative claims without substantial evidence. Number 3. When a crowdfunding campaign showcases numerous positive testimonials, creating a sense that you should also contribute even when you're not sure about the credibility of the project. Number 4. When a salesperson ends up giving a product or a free sample that could create a sense of obligation. I've included the link to buy the book in this description. Thank you for joining me today. I hope these insights from this book was very valuable and practical. I believe we can all learn from each other by sharing our thoughts. I look forward to reading your comments and learning from them. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more life-changing content. See you soon. This is Kishore signing off.